Gord, you mentioned a couple of times now going into, I guess, a really dark place in sort of the middle of the game. How do yourself and the coaching staff and the players bring the best out of yourselves essentially in the second half and drag yourself out of the dark?
Well, there's nowhere to go. And I thought adjustments is I mean, that's it's and then what you're saying is it, and I'm working it's my first time with this group,
yeah,
and I don't exactly know where they're going to go. All I could do at that point in time was know that the game plan was off. And as I said to you, no preparation time, make adjustments at halftime. So I did not know the answer to your question until we went out in the second half. The only thing I thought about at halftime is what we're doing isn't right, and that's on us. And so I thought, I'm happy with both sides. I thought we made the right calls, and I thought those guys didn't quit.
Can you talk through the last play and how you viewed your execution late?
Really, no timeout. Ball coming up with the ball in Xavier's hand, and we end up with a wild 3 with 4 seconds left. No, it wasn't a good possession. In my my 14-second call in the backcourt wasn't so the last 2 possessions were critical. The last shot, it's a missed free throw because we had a timeout,
yeah,
and a play called from the side where we could discuss. Now they're playing flow. And, I thought it would have been a good thing if someone had set a screen for Xavier and he tried to get on the rim or find somebody. We threw it, and then he took a really tough shot. But in turn, the last 2 games, we've moved Bruce into the playing group heavily, where he's been a deep bench player, and he's been really good for us.
I was talking to some of the old Southeast Melbourne Magic boys during the week, and you mentioned how you feel this Sydney Kings group has been working their ass off throughout the past 2 weeks in this fever break. Sammy Mack said, he remembers his first session at the Magic and just throwing up and fainting at the end of that session. Is there, and he said he doesn't know if there's still a bit of that Brian Gordon just still in you, is there?
There's definitely that in me, but it's been about hard coaching, and what I'm saying is, making point when there's a mistake.
Yeah.
A lot of things that make them work hard in possessions, defensively and offensively, and hard coaching. And what I'm excited about is I've got a young group, a lot of young guys that really like it. And I really like X and Bruce by my side during this, and they were both here during the FIBA window. And you need that support to go to where I've gone over the last 2 weeks.
Parky said, straight out of that 1992 season, you said that the Magic were going to be NBL champions, and you mentioned before the high expectations set on this Sydney Kings group. Do you feel there's a similarity to that 92 season with the Magic?
Not at all. I honestly feel like the call on the Kings, I almost feel like a setup. Walking into this and looking at the teams around this and saying, we're outright favorite. I love my team, but I look at it, and I'm the national coach, and I look over at that bench and go, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, World Cup, Olympics, World Cup, Olympics. I think this team, again, my job, get the best out of my team and try to win it. But the schedule, the pick of outright favorite, champions
coming in this season?
100%. I'm excited about my team, but I'm looking at this, and you guys look at it now and look at the rosters, look at the start. I like my group, I love my group, but to pick us as outright favors is absurd. It's going to be an absolute fight for us to make the 6, and but I do think, and I keep saying to them, I haven't seen anybody that we can't beat.
What about someone like Alex Tui tonight? He was phenomenal in that second half.
I've spoken about Alex and walk away from tonight really excited about him this weekend. He took a punch in the game. He only played 6 minutes, and I took him out of the starting lineup and then brought him in tonight, and we discussed it before. Second game, we got some fatigue. We're gonna throw the ball into his pocket, and I thought he was really good tonight. Excited about him.